Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are going to riff this one and talk a little bit about stats and how to become better at the game. As you can see from my Venezia games, I've not been doing too well. I've been on a little bit of a loss streak. Actually, well, that was a win, but that was a terrible game. I'm going to show you today how I like to track my progress, how I look at PR and use it to become better at any given ship and compare myself to other players to make sure that I'm keeping up with the likes of Gangbarang, Flamu and others. I am going to completely riff this video, so I do apologise if it's not as chronologically sensical as I'd like it to be, but let's take a look at Wowsnumbers. This is the Wowsnumbers page. Okay, you can search up any player so long as they don't have their account hidden, but even then if they do, there is a way that one of my friends knows and a few others know how to check people's stats using some charts. I can't remember exactly how to do it. I'm going to go to my friend Salt, who is a great example of a player that is consistently good. Consistently very good, in fact, at this game. So, it is not a reset account. He has transferred from a different server. As you can see, pretty much everything is super unicum. 2.6k PR. But what the hell does all of this mean? What does all of this purple mean? Okay, here is the page on Wowsnumbers that shows us what the hell PR is. So, PR is calculated using the equation. PR equals 700 times N damage times 300 times frags, N frags, times 150 and wins. Now things are normalized, so things are the damage you do is actually based on the average damage of the given ship you're playing and the average win rate of the ship you're playing. So you have this thing called expected damage, expected wins, and expected frags. These are on a ship by ship basis. They do change. If a ship does, say like Petrie does 160k average and you're doing 120 might be a lot for a gearing, but it's not really a lot for a super BB. Now PR, as you can see, is weighted differently between damage, frags and win rate. The damage appears to be the highest factor in your PR, while the wins appear to be the lowest, by quite a big margin. Now, I don't know why. I actually don't know why PR is so heavily dependent on frags. I think that should be changed because frags really aren't a measure of how they really aren't a measure of how good you've been playing or how much battle impact you've had. You could just be unlucky and not get any frags, but still have an amazing game and do 90% HP on 5 different ships, for example. So I think they should change that. But this is the current equation. This is how it's all worked out. Maybe I should zoom in here because I'm on quite a big monitor and the video is only 1080p. Okay, they do show some examples. Neptune, Warspy, Eagle, Lion, of how they calculate the PR. Obviously, PR can be averaged over multiple ships. This is what matters, the color scale. Okay, so bad is between 0 and 750, all the way up to super unicum, which is 2.45k to essentially infinity. Now, you should check where you are on this scale currently by going to Wowsnumbers, typing in your name. Let's just take some random person from AOR, for example. I think this guy plays quite a bit. Yeah, so as you can see, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's great currently. We'll take his average from the last 180 days or 90 days. I think that's the most fair take on a person. This guy's good. In the last 5 days, it's been unicum. In the last 90 days, he's been at 1.9k PR. That means he's good. He's improving. We always want our recents, so our recent PR and recent win rate, to be higher than our overall account win rate. Why is that? Well, it shows that we're improving. Average damage doesn't really matter because it can vary so heavily tier to tier and class to class. That doesn't really matter about average damage, but the main thing is this PR value. And actually, this too, which we'll talk about soon. Okay, if you want to get really techie with it, we can go into details and take a look at everything that this person's played, ship by ship, and work out what's going wrong, where they need to improve, and sort of where to move from there. With, say, Aki, we can give some leeway because Aki is a new ship. Now, the reason why new ships are so hard to get high PR on is because their expected values, so if we go up here to R damage, their R damage, expected damage, and also their R win rate, expected win rate, is going to be a lot higher than the average ship. And we can prove that by going to Warship and take something like the Aki, which has only relatively just been released, say compared to Yamato, which has been out for 10 years. You can go down and see Aki has one of the highest win rates and also one of the highest average damages. So its expected values are going to be a lot higher than usual. Now, this is being compared to, say, a Wisconsin, which has been out for a little bit longer. But if we go to something more classic, like, where is something classic? Mecklenburg, maybe we can consider that classic. Incomparable is a little bit older. Slava is quite classic with a 50% win rate. That makes sense. Preußen, also quite old now. Kurfürst, the best example of the average player, 48.98% relative to 53.43%. There's quite a big jump there, so your expected values are going to be a lot more inflated. Therefore, it's not so bad to have a low PR on newer ships because the benchmark is higher, the bar is higher. We're reaching up to places that not many people are getting to. Our sample size essentially for this stat is quite small. So it's going to be skewed to more active players, players better, players that play better, etc. It's not going to be, it's not really going to holistically give you an overview of the average player base. Therefore, oftentimes the best displayers of the average player are ships that are old, ships that everyone's had a go at and everyone has suicide and become dev-struck in, i.e. ships like, let's put Des Moines. I've clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Des Moines is a very old ship. Okay, if you look at the leaderboards, we have hundreds of players in the unicorn range. I was going to say unicorn range. Hundreds and hundreds of people, of players, far above the super unicorn range, because everyone's had a go at this thing. I think we can go down here. Yeah. And the stats aren't too good for Des Moines somehow, despite it being an absolutely amazing ship. And if we look at the number of games played, it's comparable to Minotaur. I mean, Hindenburg will always be number one. But, I mean, I think it's second place after Hindenburg is the most played. Well, Napoli. Yoshino. Poof, I actually didn't know. Oh, what is Smolensk? 6 million games. Wow. Really? Anyway, I didn't realize that these were played so much. Quite amazing. But yeah, I think Des Moines is the second highest or second most played. Yeah, Cruiser. And then Zhao, of course. Yeah, so the higher the sample size, the more or the less your expected values are going to be because more players have had access to them. Not just a select pool are going to be better on average. So, top tip, if you want to start bolstering your stats, I should not be telling you this, but if you do want to be, play some classic ships, play Des Moines. These are good ships that have stood the test of time. They haven't really been out-meted properly. If you look at ships like Daring's another amazing ship, still a jack of all trades. Yeah, we've got people with 4.4k PR. Yeah, absolute gamers. I actually know this guy. He's insane. He's an insane Chinese guy. Let me just look at this. He's had over 1,000 games with a 4.4k average. This guy's cracked. Anyway, yeah, these classic ships, people can do really high numbers in them because they've been out for so long. I mean, look at the Daring. Yeah, Daring's still top 10. I'm really, really surprised right now that Yu Yang's above Daring. That's genuinely confusing. Wow. I don't know why. I mean, I love the Yu Yang, but I don't know why it's above Daring in popularity. Makes no sense. I mean, Shimmer. You can play Shimmer. You can play Shimmer. You can do 50k in 1 kill and have Unicum PR. That's how many people have played this thing. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to how to track. Actually, how to track. It's split. It's split between 365 all the way to the last recent game. So recents tend to reset after 24 hours, sometimes less. I can't remember how it works exactly, but usually it takes the last 24 hours and it will reset at the same time every day. Last night at about 1 a.m. I played a few Venezia games. Those have come up here. Not too great. Decent damage, but pretty rubbish win rate, which has caused my PR. Also, the frags are quite low as well. Caused my PR to tank. Last 7 days doing okay. But as you can see, it's not really consistent. And if we compare it to a player like Wowsnumbers, I mean, gosh, the difference is kind of abysmal. I mean, this is where I want to be, and this is where we're at. Not too great. So I really do want to improve this. Yeah. Then also, what you want to be looking at is people's solo stats. No, I haven't looked at mine in a while. Ooh, this is horrible. This is really bad. I think we might actually be declining in that. Yeah, yep. We are sort of declining. I mean, the average damage is going up because I'm farming more, but the PR is, I mean, it's below our all-time high, and the win rate has gone down the drain. I mean, we're back where we were in December, apparently. Awful. So we're going to fix this. We're going to track this quite heavily in the upcoming videos and try and work on it. Let's go back to the overall. Okay. So what you want to be doing is you want to be going to details and looking over what's going wrong. So for example, I can see in Venezia I'm doing okay. Played 30 games pretty consistently, high damage, relatively high win rate. That's not too great for Venezia, but decent high win rate. Michelangelo, whatever. Republic, we're not really winning in this thing, so we need to work on that. I just got that leg mod. I've been trying to play a different style, but I do end up burning down quite a bit. So I end up with some 50k games and then some 250k games where I'm allowed to kite and spam AP and HE and whatever. Roussillon, I absolutely hate this thing. I grinded the dockyard this time. I wanted to get it as soon as I physically could. I played 7 games in this ship and now I regret buying it quite a bit. But I have this thing where I will purchase every single French ship, so it doesn't really matter. I would have bought it anyway. I just regret actually playing it. I'm definitely doing something wrong because this ship is technically good, but I'm just not playing it well, and that's seen in the Republic as well. So I'm not really playing this class of ship too well. So I need to fix that up. In the last 90 days, we can go over and see, what's going wrong, where I'm going wrong, what ships I'm playing good and bad at. Yeah. I definitely do that. I definitely go over your own stats and try and work out where things are going great and where things are going trash. Yeah. So what I recommend doing is, say I wanted to play a ship like Venezia. Okay, but I don't really know what I should be aiming for in the Venezia. So I'm going to go to Wowsnumbers. I'm going to go down to Venezia, which is somewhere here. I'm going to click Venezia. Okay, the page is completely glitched out. Okay, that's a strange glitch. Okay, I'm going to go to Venezia. I'm not going to look at the top players. I'm actually going to go, well. So I'm going to head over to the ship Venezia. I'm going to head over to the ship in my profile, go to details, then go to 25%. And what you're going to be able to see is the value in which the damage I need to get to reach this purple. I want to ideally reach this pink or purple value. So every game, I'm going to be aiming for at least 120k on average. If it's a loss, I'm going to kite until the ends of the earth to reach this 120k. If it's a win, I'm going to play aggressive. I'm going to just do my best to reach this 120k. Yeah, that's the benchmark I'd say you should go for. You should go to your given ship, for example. I could go to Salem. I'm going to go to 10%. I'm going to see, okay, I need 108,000 every game on average to be pink, to be effective. Michelangelo, I'm not too great in this. I need 98,000 on average. So I'm going to aim for over 100k every game to stay pink. And that's what I'd do for every ship. Every ship you're playing, before you go into game, check how much damage do you actually need? How much damage are the best players doing? And how much damage are you doing? Why is there such a big discrepancy? Yeah. In terms of playing better, the best person to watch right now, I would say, is Gangbarang. His videos and his tutorials, watch them, study them. If you want to get better at this game, they are amazing. I mean, let's go to YouTube right now. Let me just show you this kid. He makes amazing videos on a lot of ships. I mean, watching something like this daring video would be so informative because the way he does them now, if they have this little weird teaching thing, this blackboard, he will be explaining pretty much every one of his moves. If it's one of these, it's probably a highlight from his stream. So he's not really going to be explaining or engaging with the gameplay that he's talking about. He's just going to be playing amazing games. But when it comes to these videos where you've got the number next to it, that means he's taken his time to play 2 or 3 dedicated games to explain his thought process, what to do, what to look out for, awareness, playstyle, everything. Also builds. Builds are a big thing as well. Make sure your build is not stupid. Make sure you're not running like Def AA on your domain or whatever. Okay, that's about it, pretty much. So I guess what I'm leaving you with is to watch these videos, check your stats, check your everything. Go on Wow's monitor. Sorry, not Wow's monitor. Go on Wowsnumbers. Look at your player profile. Check it every day. Check at the end of every day. See, have you gotten better? Did that game add to your stats, or did it reduce your stats? What has it done for you? Are you improving? That's the main thing. Whether you're at 45% right now and you're going up to 48, great. Just make sure that your numbers here and your numbers here are better than your overall. I cannot attest to that because look, I can't really say that for myself. It's really sad. And that's why I've made this video, because I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you it's possible. It's kind of like when that guy, that gym trainer, he put on like 70 kg and then lost it all just to show it is possible. So that's kind of what I'm doing, except that's kind of what I'm doing, except I've inadvertently tanked my stats and become worse as a player. So yeah, I'm going to be growing with you guys. It's going to be a journey, and hopefully I should be pumping out a video or 2 a day to showcase how things are working out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe, leave a comment if you disagree with any of my takes, or if you agree with any of my takes, or if you found anything helpful. Yeah, enjoy the game, guys. See ya.